Hello everybody, welcome to the Tuesday Toot. Today's tutorial is going to be coloring mason jars, and then you can use them as vases, you can use them to give as gifts, you can put all sorts of things in mason jars. You know the possibilities are endless, so this is just tinting them so that they're a slight color, so they're not just clear, but it's not an opaque or matte painted mason jar. So don't be thinking that it's going to come out like a solid color. It's just the hint of color. So on the directions it didn't say how much food coloring to use. It just said a little bit more than a tablespoon of water and some food coloring. So trial and error, I did just a couple drops of food coloring, and then when it was all said and done, it didn't even hardly show up. It still looked pretty clear. So that was not cool. So I had to do it a couple times to kind of figure out. But anyway, there's about a tablespoon and a half of water. And then I just put in about 10 drops of blue food coloring. I'm going to stir that up. You can see through there. The color, like this, it looks dark. It looks really dark. But when you add it with the white Mod Podge and you put it on the glass, it's a lot lighter than you think. So just start out with about 10 drops, I would say. And then you need to get your jar, your mason jar, and you get this wonderful stuff, Mod Podge. Why do I keep saying it wrong? Anyway, Mod Podge, and you get the gloss kind. There's a matte Mod Podge, get the gloss. And then you just get about 2 tablespoons of Mod Podge and put it in your, can you see this? Put it in your jar. 1, 2. Okay. Then all you do is you mix it up. You just pour your food coloring water and you pour it into your jar. And see, you're like, whoa, that's really blue. But once you start mixing it up, because you have to mix it up, try and get those corners and everything. You can see how much it lightens up. And I would say, just as a tip, I would say add a couple more drops, because it looks like it's light and it's pretty, but it's not going to show up this color because it's so light and transparent. So once you get it mixed up pretty well, I would say add maybe like 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And mix that baby up. Mix. Maybe even, gosh, I wonder if you could use like 20. Well, I have a finished product, and it's okay. And you can tell it's tinted blue pretty well, but it's still kind of light. So anyway, just do it to your preference. Sorry. Just do it to your preference. Whatever color you're doing, I would suggest 14 to 20 food coloring drops, depending on how much you want it to show up, or to even show up at all. So, okay, so that is all mixed up. Now get just another bowl or something that says a bowl on the directions. So I would say just get a bowl, and all you do is you kind of tip it. And you want the bowl in case some comes out. You don't want it all over your table or counter. So you roll it. You roll it and make sure it's covering, that the color is covering everywhere. Get that jar rolling. The good thing about Mod Podge is it dries clear. Okay, so if you see little white marks, like right here, there's a white mark. it dries clear. So don't worry too much if you see white spots in different places. Whoa. Okay, see, so we're turning and turning, trying to get all of the jar. See how it starts to pour out because you're trying to get the edges of the jar. Just go slow. And what I did actually, because you end up with all of this extra stuff, if you want more than one jar with this color on it, use this. Use this over and over until there's not enough left to coat a jar. Okay? Okay, so that's all out of there. Okay, so after that is all done, you just turn it upside down onto a paper bag. And you let it sit there on a paper bag for about 30 minutes and it'll start to dry and you will see, start to see through it a little bit more. So that's 30 minutes drying upside down on the paper bag. Then you put it on a cookie sheet with wax paper and you keep it upside down. So you will put it on the cookie sheet this way and you will put it in the oven on warm. Put your oven on warm. It's not even on a real temperature, just on warm. And you put it on the cookie sheet with the wax paper. You put it in there for about 10 minutes. And then when 10 minutes is up, you turn it this way on the cookie sheet for about 20 to 30 minutes. And you can just kind of watch it, but anyway, due to the magic of television, there's one already done, and this is it. If you can kind of see, it's hard to tell in the light, but see how it's, you can kind of tell there's a tint to it. I would like to do a tutorial of painting the outsides and insides of mason jars so that it does come up more of the, like, if you wanted it that color, it would stay that color, you know, because it would be paint. But this is just a tint, a hint of color. And I wanted to keep it this way because I wanted to show you guys. This was about after 20 minutes, I think, up. And see how there's still, I don't know if you can see, there's still like some marks around the edges. All you have to do is just keep it in there a little bit longer. I wanted to show you this so that no one would like freak out and be like, but I have lines and stuff. If you see little lines or smudges, you just keep it in the oven for a little bit longer. So I will probably go put this in the oven for maybe like 10 more minutes. I'll just watch it and see how it's doing. And eventually all of it should go away because it will dry clear. But it's cute, right? It's blue, it's a tint of blue. You could put flowers in it. I was going to have flowers to show you. You could put, you know, like the twine around it and flowers or branches or whatever you want, whatever your decor is, whatever color you wanted to do. I was thinking you could do green ones and red ones for Christmas time, orange ones and yellow ones for fall, just to have around the house. It's so cute and it's so handy, and you can put anything in these. And you can dress them up however you want with a ribbon, or like I said, with taffeta or with twine or with whatever you want. So it's really, it was fun. It's not hard. Look how fast that was. It was really simple. Again, if you wanted a darker tint, I would suggest adding more food coloring than you think is necessary, because it looks bright, it looks dark, but once it dries really, really light and clear. So anyway, I hope you liked that tutorial. I hope you got some ideas, because I would love, I think I'm going to put these in my bathroom because I kind of have a beachy theme in my bathroom down here. And add some flowers to it, put on a shelf. Or you could give it as a gift. It's just something a little bit different than just a clear mason jar. And everyone loves mason jars for decorating. And just remember, you can no longer put food in here, okay? Just FYI, sometimes you don't think about it. But you can no longer drink out of this, you cannot put food in this. It is just for decoration only now. So that was today's Tuesday Toot, was tinting the mason jar, and I hope you like it. And I will write down the directions in the down bar, and I'll write down the directions on the blog underneath this video so that you can make sure you're getting it right. But really, it's kind of just up to your preference and just trial and error and seeing how you do. But anyway, I have to go to the doctor today. Just regular girl stuff. So that'll be fun. Not. But anyway, I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday, and I'm excited because tomorrow is Wellness Wednesdays. So come back and see what our topic is for tomorrow, and remember to leave suggestions and comments so that Miss Demery can talk about whatever you guys are thinking about and wondering about, because she does such an excellent job. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for Wellness Wednesdays, and I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday.